Giving all praise and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Rakakadash. The bonus to the hills of GMS. Also salutations to all the Akim out there that's pushing truth, and also shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect. And it still ain't been nobody raptured yet. Dude said between the 23rd and the 24th, depending on your time zone, the rapture was going to happen today. Now, in the scriptures, it doesn't call it the rapture, It's it calls it salvation. And also, when you go into the scriptures, salvation is exclusive, all right? Salvation doesn't belong to everyone, There's only one nation of people that needs salvation. Matter of fact, let me put this in real quick. Matter of fact, let me go back to that. Let me finish this before I finish that thought. All right, because this fit this guy who came up with that. And I'm also going to play the video, so bear with me. And Yahushua answered, Matthew 24:4, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. You see? And you actually had some people actually believing that, Talking about the rapture is today. Let's jump to verse 11. And many false prophets shall arise and deceive many. Right? But hey, like the scripture says, the Lord have given us the unction that we know all things, right? And how do we know all things? Through the scriptures. Because also in this same chapter, it says, no man knoweth the hour, or the time, or the day when Yahushua is coming back. But let me put in salvation in Israel real quick. Here we go. We can read Isaiah 45:17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with that everlasting salvation. So there you have it right there. All right, that's who's going to be raptured, right? Which the rapture is not in the scriptures either, all right? But I'm just using that word, And ye should not be ashamed, nor confound the world without end. You see, that's who salvation is for. That's who's going to be beamed up, right? Even amongst our people, right? They're not going to see that first wave of salvation. All right. Only the elect is going to, make it on that first go around. Then Israel will be born into that salvation, us born into the kingdom. But you're not going to have a bunch of, Edomite here and a Moabite there and a nigger there. All right. No, man, don't go like that. Oh, this is another one too. True, right? Yeah, I haven't brought this out in a minute. Jeremiah 3:23. Truly in vain is salvation hope from the hills. The hills represents what? These other nations, all right? And says, and from the multitude of mountains, truly in the Lord our God is the salvation of Israel. So you see, you can't get around that, right? You can't get around it. So everyone is not going to receive salvation. Even when you go, hold on, what's that? Let's go to Revelations. Real quick. Should probably put in people. Come out of her, my people. And this is when everyone is going to be, I said everyone. the elect of Israel is going to be beamed up. All right. The Revelations 18 and 14, I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye shall not and that ye receive not her plagues." But he says what? Come out of her, my people, not everyone. So even when you go to the book of Matthew, right? Like I said, it's exclusive, man. You know, 1 and 21. What did Yahweh Shai, right? What did they say about Yahweh Shai? Start from 20. Matthew 1 and 20. But while he thought on these things, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a dream, saying, Joseph, the son of David, fear not to take unto thee Mary thy wife, for that which is conceived in her is of the Holy Ghost. For she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh Shai, for he shall save his people from their sins. So there you go again. You see, come out of her, my people, or what? He shall what? Save his people. All right? It's just that simple, right? And there's nothing new, under the sun. The children of Israel was what? Saved for a reason. All right. We're gonna dive into that a little bit. All right. You need something to be saved for. These other nations don't need salvation. All right. Like the nation of Israel does. You know. But Israel, you know, our first go out of Egypt, right? We cried unto the Lord, and the Lord heard our cry, because we was being oppressed. His people was being oppressed. So you gotta be you gotta be saved from something. All right. Not just, you know, us being in these bodies and sin, but also what? The oppressor. Okay. So let's play that. Let's play this idiot. All right. You're gonna have more guys like this pop up. It's just the beginning of the wave of dumbasses that's gonna pop up. Right? You got this wave of Christianity, you know, white supremacy Christianity. Now you got this asshole. So let's play this.
Is on the 23rd. I didn't ask you for permission, ladies, but can I?
Yes.
Even if you don't know. On the 23rd, I'll be doing a live.
Oh, wow.
Okay? I want to show you what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I'll be doing a live for the whole day. So I will not be doing a live on the 24th because I won't be here on the 24th. So
they can miss you. So if they're left behind on your life, it means they are left behind.
Yeah, if you are here on the 24th, let me say, on the 23rd and the 24th, you remember most the different time zones.
Yes. Yeah.
So Australia, Asia, that side, you know, they'll be on the 24th, and we, South Africa, I think Africa, Israel, and America will be on the 23rd. So actually, God is going to use both of these days.
So people won't be raptured at the same time?
They will be raptured at the same time, but same time is
in between. Oh, in the time zones. Okay.
Time zones, yes.
Okay.
Australia is on the 24th. On the same time, we are on the 23rd.
Okay.
So when the rapture happens, others are on the 23rd, others are on the 24th. So I'll be doing a live for the whole day, because many people have said that we want to see what is going to say on the 25th.
Oh.
Some have said that he will disappear on the 25th because, it won't happen. And some have said I'll be coming up with excuses, to explain away why the rapture never happened.
So, as you can see, this guy is bugged out, man. Talking about some rapture. All right, that's not how it's gonna take place. Other things have to take place too. All right, but before the Lord, other prophecies got to play out. Other signs and wonders, the Lord have to work out. Okay, but before we're beamed up on those chariots. So there's no such thing as as something called the rapture, something called salvation or being saved. But let's hit on there, because like I said, other things have to play it out in these last days so the Lord can, show his might. Let me see. I think this should pop up in the book of Baruch. Let me see. Baruch 20:11. And now, O Lord, the God of Israel, that has brought thou people. See, back to the word thy people out of the land of Egypt with a mighty hand, with a high arm, with signs, with wonders, with great power, and has gotten thyself a name as appeareth to this day. So you see, signs have to happen, wonders have to happen, right? And all those things are actually taking place right now, and also prophecies, right? Because before Yahweh shall come back, right, that chip has to be implemented, man. So this guy's just talking crazy. So let's grab this too. He's talking completely fucking nuts. And he was confident. He said that shit with a straight face. The rapture. It's going to be 4 o'clock in Austria, man, dude. You're crazy. Matthew 24:36. But that day and hour no man knoweth, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. So look, that's the only one that got the details of this thing. But we know certain things are gonna take place, all right, according to prophecy, because it's written. But the exact date, the exact time, the 23rd, the 24th of September, no, bro, we don't know that. Now, are we hastening today? Hell yeah, because hell, we don't want to be here anymore. Who wants to be in hell? Who wants to be in a shitty society where the water is polluted, the air is polluted, your woman's polluted, the kids polluted? Everything you see in this present world is fucking tainted, right? So we do need salvation. It says, but as the days of Noah were, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be, right? For as in those days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving into marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Yeah, because you know what? Because you better believe people was chilling, right? It had never rained before, right? And one day they felt those raindrops. You know how you walking up the street, raindrops hit your head. You're like, oh shit. But just imagine you never seen water come out the fucking sky. Just imagine that. See, we used to the water falling out the sky. So we already know, I mean, it's about to rain. Get the umbrella. So imagine those raindrops actually hitting your ass. You never seen water falling out the sky before. But that's the kind of, spirit people are going to be in, when those missiles are coming over here to America, right? Because people don't think that can happen. So when the missiles is fucking raining out, it's gonna be the same thing. Things are gonna be announced. The damn alarms is gonna be going off. Then that's when salvation is gonna take place. Okay. So let me go back. No. Okay. Let's go to the book of Exodus. Salakia. Bear with me. Right, I think this is it right here. Okay, so we're gonna read from one, because like I said, you need a reason to be saved. All right, the Lord saved Israel for a reason. All right, first of all, because that's His people, but also, they was catching hell. All right, and also it was time to take that society down too. Exodus 1 and 12. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. They were grieved because of the children of Israel. The Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. And they made their lives bitter with hot varnish and mortar and brick, and in all manner of service in the field, all their service were in, they made them serve with rigor, right? And that's why the Lord is coming back to save us, man. That's why the Lord is gonna come back and put on this fantastic show. But also to what? Glorify His name too, for Him to be lifted up. Hey, cause it's a song. What's that? That Roy Jones song. It's it says y'all must have forgot. So the Lord got to come back and fucking remind these people. Who they dealing with. Like it says, he made Pharaoh neck stiff, so he can get his glory. All right. Exodus 2 and 23. And it came to pass in the process of time, the king of Egypt died. The children of Israel sighed by reason of bondage. They cried, and the cry came up unto the Most High by the reason of bondage. Right now, who's doing this right now? Okay, it speaks about the man that sigh and cry for all the abominations thereof. All right. So you do have his children crying, and that's playing out right now. We're crying for all the wickedness, all right, all the different atrocities, all right. We're crying for the Lord to get us out of here. So that's why it's gonna be, So that's why the Lord is also bringing salvation, because He got to redeem His children, man. And Yahweh heard their groaning. And Yahweh remembered His covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And He looked upon the children of Israel, and God had respect until then, right? And it's written, the Lord is not a man that he shall lie. So that's another thing, right? He got respect unto his elect, as what's that? The book of, because like I said, salvation is exclusive, you know. Now back then the Lord saved every Israelite. But let's grab that real quick. Where is that at? Wisdom of Solomon 3:9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. Grace and mercy is to his saints, and he have care for his elect, or what? Or respect for his elect. So even now in this day of time, right? The Lord is gonna save those man that's sighing and crying. All right. For the shit that we're going through over here in Babylon. Those are the ones that's gonna be beamed up in these chariots, man. Okay? Because the hell we catching. You're just not gonna be raptured up or beamed up, which I'm using. There ain't no rapture, but that's what that's the word I'm gonna use. All right. Just fucking because. And if you is a Moabite that fucking get beamed up or Edomite, guess what? You really an Israelite. Let me see. I think that's 30. All right. This is Jeremiah 30:7. At last, for that day is great, for none is like it. Right? Because hey, this was about to come. Jacob's trouble. Even the time was Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right? The Lord's going to have miraculous things happen. All right. And eventually we're going to get beamed up on them chariots. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, I will break the yoke from off his neck and will burst the bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves on them. You see? So that's why the Lord is coming. Hey, we got to get out this captivity. We in hell. We in hell, G. Isaiah 14. Let me see. All right. Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, right? And he will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and strangers shall be joined to them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their house, and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. You see? And they shall take them from captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. You see? That's another thing. This is about rulership too. This is about dominion. That's another thing what you people really don't fucking teach. Yeah, to rapture this, to rapture this. Well, why the Lord is gonna rapture his people, all right? Or save his people. Because those are the people that's meant to rule the earth. All right, those are his people. Like you said, he what he say? I'm jealous over them with a godly jealousy. It's written in the book of Ezra, the world was made for our sakes, man. But the people that's ruling right now, they're not supposed to have control of this earth. All right? The earth is not supposed to look like this. And ain't no goddamn rapture, all right? I'll bring it out of that. Ain't no rapture or, people being just fucking beamed up. Just fucking because. And another thing, hold on. I was going in the lesson right there. Because y'all be breaking the scriptures down. I'm going to touch on this before I end this lesson. So let's see. Even with this, y'all break that down wrong. Let me see. All right, here we go. Right here. All right. Hey, even AI, right? I was talking to AI about the rapture, and here this is one of the precepts that they gave me. You know. Anyways, 1 Thessalonians 4. It says, "For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that they which are alive and remain until the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord shall ascend." And when it says them that are asleep, some about those that's dead. All right. It says, the Lord himself shall ascend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God. The dead shall rise first. Yeah, so I don't even know how they even got that. All right, because the dead is gonna rise. First of all, those that died doing the work, but also some of them might have been martyrs, man. All right, now it's written. It says, "Precious is the blood of his saints in the eyes of the Lord." All right, so when you die in this truth, man, all right, that's like I'm just gonna say that's like a mandatory, of you being saved. I ain't want to use that word mandatory, but that's a great sign that you're a man of the Lord and you're gonna be saved. I'm just gonna put it like that. All right, you died in the Lord, because it says this. Hold on, let's grab this real quick. The stuff that you did on this earth when you was in this truth, it don't disappear. Revelations 14:13, "And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord." Or what? Those that were asleep. "Blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them." So you see, that's why they're gonna be the first ones on the chariots. You see, they died doing this work. They died believing. Okay, they didn't sway, and like I said, that's one of the most honorable things you can do. Verse 16. "To the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with a voice from the archangel, with the trump of Yahweh, and the dead shall rise first. Then which we are alive and remain shall be caught up together with him in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and shalakia, and so shall we ever be with the Lord." So that, look, and when this happens, the Lord is going to come back. You see, there's no when you go into AI, right? What is that? Let me go to AI real quick. Go to AI. AI is a motherfucker, man. Where is that at? All right, Rapture concept. Which they got this thing called pre-tribulation rapture. Believers are taken before. No, man. It go when you go in the scriptures. The Lord say he gonna try the world. You ain't gonna be able to. The Lord say he gonna test his saints. All right. The elders, I was watching them earlier. It says, "What's the point?" damn, what's his name? Him and Apostle Gabar always do lessons, but he made a great point. He said, "What's the point of having faith if it's not going to be tested?" You know, the point of having faith is for it to be tested, man. You see, it says, mid tribulation rapture, believers are taken the middle of the period. Post tribulation rapture, all bullshit. You know. Yeah, the people that need to be the people that's going to be saved, all right, are all going to be saved basically at the same time. You know, ain't gonna be all this, post tribulation and all that. No, scripture say a time like never before, Jacob's trouble. And don't mention none of this. This is made man doctrine right here. Seeing like I was saying, they gave these scriptures, right? They even gave 1 Corinthians. Now this is talking about 1 Corinthians 15 and 51. This is talking about the Lord changing these vile bodies, us getting new bodies. So another thing, guess what? They fucking wrong on that. The Christians got it wrong on that. That's a lesson. How many how many scriptures can a Christian break down wrong? All of them, obviously. Yeah, so let's go back. Where is that at? I want to hit something else. All right, so let's hit the 5th chapter. Right? Wisdom of Solomon. Which you would know it, because going into this chapter, right? If people was a leader of earth, that would be, something crazy. No, man, but the Lord is way more far out than that, man. The Lord got something way better. Scripture speaks about, like I was saying, those great signs and wonders. This is the last hoorah, where the Lord, he gonna really, be magnified and show, show his work, man. Besides, when the earth is plentiful, we don't see other great works, but I'm talking about when the Lord really have to fuck shit up again. Wisdom of Solomon, 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such have afflicted him and made account of his labors. Yeah, when do you Christians do that? So that X you out of being redeemed and actually receiving salvation. Because when did you stand in great boldness before the face of such have afflicted him and made no account of their labors? When they shall see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. So you see, the things that they're going to see is going to be out of this world, man. So all this shit ain't going to disappear and all that. No, man. When you motherfuckers going to disappear, when those missiles melt your ass, that's when you're going to disappear. All right? So with that, give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honor to that was the GMS. Also, salutations to all the Akim out there that's pushing this truth. And also, shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect. Peace.